You know thousands of English words. You can read articles. You can pass exams. But the moment a native speaker talks fast, your brain goes blank. You can catch one word, then another, then nothing. A few minutes later, you realize you actually knew most of those words. You just couldn't hear them in time. If this happens to you, stay with me. Nothing is wrong with you. This video will explain exactly why this happens and exactly how to fix it. Let me tell you something that happened to me. I studied English for years. I memorized vocabulary lists. I learned grammar rules. I got good grades. My teachers were happy with me. Then one day, I stood near two tourists. They were just talking about where to eat lunch. Simple topic, easy words. I understood almost nothing. I felt embarrassed. I felt confused. I thought I studied for years. Why can't I understand a simple conversation? The moment changed how I learned English forever. Today I will share what I discovered. Here is the first thing you need to know. Fast English is not just slow English spoken quickly, it's different. It has its own rules. Classroom English is clear and careful. Real English is fast, messy, and connected. Words blend together. Some sounds disappear. This is not bad English. This is just how people actually talk. Once you understand this, you stop blaming yourself. You start training the right skill. Let's look at three reasons spoken English feels so hard. Reason 1, words blend together. The first reason is called co-articulation. Don't worry about the name, just understand the idea. When people talk fast, their mouth doesn't fully finish one word before starting the next one. So words stick together. For example, did you becomes did you want to become wanna. This is not lazy speech. This is normal speech. Every native speaker does this all the time without thinking. If your ears were trained on slow, clear English, these blended sounds feel invisible. You know the words, you just can't hear them in this new shape. Reason 2, small words shrink. The second reason is called reduction. In English, some words matter more than others. Important words like nouns and main verbs are spoken clearly. Small connecting words get quiet and short. For example, going to becomes gonna. Cup of coffee becomes cup of coffee. You learned the word going to, but your ears never learned the sound gonna. That's why it feels like a brand new word, even though you already know it. Reason 3, sounds disappear. The third reason is called elision. This means some sounds vanish completely. Last night can sound like last night. Next day can sound like next day. Native speakers don't even notice this. Their brain fills in the missing sounds automatically, but learners expect every sound to be there. When a sound disappears, the whole phrase suddenly sounds strange. Think of it like this. Classroom is a swimming pool. Calm, clear, easy to see the bottom. Real English is the ocean. Waves, movement, less predictable. The ocean isn't harder because you are a bad swimmer. It's just different. And once you train for it, you can swim in it just fine. Now, here is something most learners never hear about. There are two different skills in your brain. The first is recognition. This means you hear a word slowly and clearly and you know it. The second is comprehension. This means you understand a full sentence instantly at full speed without stopping to translate each word. These are not the same skill. You can now every word in a sentence and still not understand it when someone says it fast. That's exactly what happened to me with those tourists. I had recognition. I didn't have comprehension. Most learners keep building recognition, more words, more flashcards, but comprehension needs different training. So, method number 1 is chunk listening. So, how do you build real comprehension? Let's start with method 1, chunk listening. In your own language, you don't hear sentences word by word, you hear whole phrases as one sound, like, by the way, or you know what I mean. Your brain hears it as one unit. Fluent English speakers do the same thing in English. They hear, what are you gonna do about it, as one chunk, not six separate words. Here is how to train this. Step 1, find a short clip, 30 to 60 seconds of real English. A podcast clip or a movie scene works well. Step 2, listen once, all the way through. Don't pause. Don't worry about missing words. Just notice the rhythm. Step 3, listen again. This time, notice which words travel together as one sound. Step 4, listen a third time and try naming those chunks out loud. Over time, your brain stops hearing separate sounds. It starts hearing groups of meaning. That's when fast English starts to feel slower. Method 2, predictive listening. Here is method 2, and this one is powerful. Predictive listening. Fluent speakers don't wait for a sentence to finish before understanding it. They predict the next word constantly in real time. Try this sentence. I was so tired that I could barely. What come next? Maybe stay awake. Maybe keep my eyes open. Your brain just predicted the ending without hearing it. That's exactly what native speakers do. Every single sentence, every single day. This is why they can understand a noisy restaurant or a strong accent. They are not just listening, they are predicting. Here is how to train it. After listening to a clip 2 or 3 times, pause it randomly in the middle of a sentence. Guess what comes next. Say it out loud or just think it. You will be wrong a lot. That's fine. Every guess, right or wrong, builds this skill stronger. Now, let's talk about something most learners feel but never discuss. Your listening changes depending on your mood. At home, relaxed, watching a show, you understand fine. In a job interview or a real conversation that matters, suddenly it's hard again. This is not because your English disappeared, it's because stress changes how your brain works. Under pressure, your brain spends energy managing stress instead of processing language. This is a normal biological reaction, not a personal failure. The fix isn't just relax. That advice really works. Instead, train under small amounts of pressure on purpose. After listening to a clip, explain out loud what you understood, or set a small challenge before listening, like find 3 key facts. This builds comfort under real pressure, slowly and safely. Here is the most important habit of all: go deep, not wide. Most learners watch a little bit of many things: 20 podcasts, 10 YouTube channels, a bit here, a bit there. It feels productive. It isn't. What actually works is repetition. Take one 60-second clip, listen to it 10 times across 3 days. First listen, you catch the basic idea. Second listen, you notice sounds you missed. Third listen, you start hearing chunks. By listen 7 or 8, the clip starts to feel slow. The speed didn't change, your brain changed. That feeling, when fast English suddenly feels easy, is the real sign of progress. One more tip: don't train with only one accent. If you only practice American English, British or Australian English will feel much harder, even with the same words and grammar. This isn't a vocabulary problem, it's a familiarity problem. Spend 1 week a month focused on a different accent. 1 week Australian, 1 week Indian English, 1 week Scottish English. You don't need to understand everything, you just need exposure. After a year, accents stop feeling scary. They start feeling like flavors of same language. Let's go back to that day with the tourists. I felt like a failure. I thought something was wrong with my brain, but nothing was wrong with me. I had simply trained the wrong skill. I built recognition, not comprehension. I studied wide, not deep. I never trained for blended sounds, shrinking words, or vanishing sounds. Once I fixed that, everything changed. Not in a week, not in a month, but it changed. Let's recap everything fast. Spoken English blends words, shrinks small words, and drops sounds. This is normal. You need comprehension, not just recognition. Train with chunk listening and predictive listening. Practice under light pressure so stress doesn't block you. Go deep with one clip instead of wide with many. Train multiple accents one at a time. Do this daily, even just 15 minutes. Your brain will catch up. The English isn't getting slower, you are getting faster. If this helped you, tell me in the comments which accent gives you the hardest time. I read every comment, and if you want to keep training your ears, the next video is right here. See you there.